Guys, you're here with Taya from Team Journey TC. I don't know why the lighting is so bad, but it's fine. Anyway, I couldn't get Sour Patch because they weren't in the store, so we have Sour Gummy Bear Candies, which are really not as good, but they will suffice for the purposes of keeping my sugar levels high and my body happy. I will have to stop eating them. So, as we know, there's 2 more, okay? That's what I keep telling myself. Just 2 more. And it ends up being a whole bag. As we're stuck in quarantine, you guys better be staying safe. It's a great time to pull up Netflix and watch some TV shows. So, I know a lot of people have been doing Tiger King, but I've not watched that. So what I did watch, spent a whole day, I basically watched the whole show in a day, was I watched The Circle, which is the most hilariously stupid and glorifying TV show you will ever see. So, what's The Circle about? I am here to explain it to you. I know. Shocking, amazing, great. Glad I'm here. Anyway, so basically what the idea is that a bunch of people basically live in quarantine. They live by themselves in this apartment, and the only way they can talk to people is through social media. So what they have is they have a way like that they talk to this thing called The Circle, and then they text each other that way, like privately or in like a big group. And then they have like special events where they play games through like typing and stuff like that. Which is very funny. It was a great look on how our current lives are, in which we can only talk to our friends through texting and social media, which was really funny because the show came out before the whole quarantine thing. But anyway, I will introduce you to a couple of our leading members because I'm not talking to you about all of them. We're just going to talk about the ones that started, made it all the way through the end, except for Chris, because Chris is boring. Anyway. So, and these are like our main characters. So we have our good old friend Shabam. He is an interesting fellow. He starts out very determined to be himself, and that's like the thing that he is all about. He wants to be himself, which is funny because he ends up defending a catfish until the very last straw and thinks she's like the most realist thing. And then afterwards, when she finds out that he's a catfish, he kind of turns back and is like, well, his words were real. So there's a little bit of that. He, of course, because look at this guy. I mean, he's not the hottest guy out there, which is fine. He's attractive. And the pictures he took were terrible. So on the first rankings, which were just based off photos, he got put really low, and he was upset about that. But then people love him because look at him, and he's the sweetest person ever. He should have won, to be honest, but it's fine. The second person we're going to talk about is my personal favorite, Rebecca, or Seaburn. This man catfished as his girlfriend, which sounds a little creepy and weird, but it's actually really sweet. He kept a picture of his girlfriend with him in his bed and like looked at it and hugged it. It was the cutest thing ever. I loved him. He played it geniusly. It was hilarious. So the girls can like text each other and stuff. So they did like a private group chat, and they were discussing like, you know, and it was he just goes and tries to like sort it out and tell stuff. They all seemed surprised by what he said, but what he said was actually like accurate. Like he based it off of his girlfriend who had like just had it on her left side. But that's the thing. Like and all the other girls were like, "What?" But that's the thing. That's the thing. He also didn't realize some guy was gay who was like so out. But no, my favorite thing with Rebecca was there was another character named Adam. Well, named Alex, who was catfishing as a guy named Adam. And so when he came in, he was able to take one girl on a date, and he ended up taking Rebecca. So what you see is you have 2 men attempting to flirt with each other while trying to seem as though they were different people. And when they went to like the wide shots, you can see it was the most hilarious thing you will ever see. And then Adam also sent Rebecca a bear, which receiver named Bear, and it was the cutest thing ever. He had it on like the couch because they would normally sit on this. There was like a small apartment. Well, it was a nice apartment, but like there was like a couch that they would typically sit on, and then like he'd be like, "Cover your eyes, Bear," and he would hug it. It was the cutest thing ever. Oh, Bear was my favorite character. Low key, Bear was my favorite character. Anyway, moving on to my least favorite character of the winners was Sammy. Now, Sammy, ooh, that's, if you know the show, you understood the reference. Ooh, that's what she does. Is so kind of like she seems like a good person. Like, I feel like I'd be friends with her. Like, just, I mean, obviously she's way older than me, so like not really. But like, if I like just knew her, but like she is so like manipulative in the show, and I don't know if she sees it. She's the one who like looked at everyone like objectively and was like, okay, I'm gonna talk to Chris. I'm gonna make my own little private chat with thing. He's like, oh, they're thinking the same thing. She would get like other people to kind of do her work for her, which I did not particularly appreciate, but that's fine. She had this weird tattoo that was just like a line across her arm, and I was like, why do you just have a, like, maybe it means something to her, but it seemed out of place, and I was like, why would you go through all that pain just to get like a line? But I mean, it's her choice. But yeah. And then the final one is Joey. Now, Joey starts off like a complete asshole. He's like looking at himself in the mirror. He's like, yeah, I'm hot. I'm a gym rat. And I really didn't see it. Like, I didn't see it. A lot of people apparently did see it, but I did not see it. But then you do find out he kind of is a sweetheart. He stands up for his boy, Shubham, till the very end, in which case he puts him in second instead of first, which is annoying because Shubham put him in first, and Joey ended up winning. Spoiler alert. Doesn't matter. But, yeah, he ends up being a sweetheart, and you kind of do end up liking him a bit, even though the girls kind of mess with him. It's really funny. But no, this is, strangely enough, it's an interesting look as to how people kind of, when you're in like this situation, are going to treat each other. Because like this guy, I forget his name, he comes at the very end and is really not that big of a character. But he comes in and like everyone who isn't these main four is like thrown aside. But he comes in and he calls through their bullshit so fast. He's like, nah, they all just gotta be fake and nice, and then later they gotta be mean and shit. And it's like, that's literally what happens. They're all nice to Rebecca, and then they talk shit about her, or him, don't ask, behind his back, literally like 10 seconds after, and they're like, there's no way someone's that emotional. And it's like, damn, they really do be going, and these people are so close. These people are like best friends at this point. Like, they've talked to no one else for like at least 8 days. And trust me, if you don't talk to anyone else for 8 days, the 8 people you're talking to are the closest people you are to in your entire life. Trust me. But like, and even between such like a tight-knit group, and they're like still friends or whatever, well, most of them, they cut Seaburn out. It was my favorite. They were still like going behind each other's back and stuff, which I thought was, I mean, I guess you want that 100K, but like, I don't know, you can kind of see how you'd be like torn between, do I want the money or do I want my friends? But yeah. Oh, I reached in 10 minutes. Look at that. Look at me like a professional cutting it off right at the 10-minute mark. It doesn't matter because I can't put in ads anyway because I'm not like a big person. Speaking of which, be sure to subscribe. Here's your high five for subscribing. I make cool content sometimes. This one took me a while, okay? And I feel like I deserve recognition. You know, I deserve recognition. It's Easter. Happy Easter. And with that, I think... Oh, another one. Apparently, I'm not done. My body decided, nope, you must stay for another 10 seconds. So with that, I will say adieu to you, and say good night to the finest of the light. Hope y'all are doing well in quarantine.